Hi, how you doing? I'm doing great because in May we got a lot of music and we're gonna be talking about it all today and if it's going straight to my playlist or not. Timestamps like always are in the description, so if you want to jump around you can. But let's get started with the 4 albums that came out this month. First, we had Radical Optimism by Dua Lipa. Then we have Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, Woman on the Stairs by ZAYN, and lastly, Leigh-Anne's debut EP, No Hard Feelings. All of these have their own video, so you can go check that out if you want to. There'll be a link in the description. It should also be popping up at the eye here somewhere, so you know, you won't struggle finding them, I presume. And yeah, let's just delve into things, starting with Leigh-Anne, surprisingly, Forbidden Fruit. This song was released at the very start of the month before the EP was released, before the EP release date was even announced. So I needed to be included in this video as well. But I think it's one of my least favorite Leigh-Anne songs. I do think it is still a really great song. It just doesn't connect with me that much. But it is a really fun, like, sexy song. Then next you have the acoustic version of Forget About Us by Perrie. Last month she debuted and released a lot of different versions of her songs. In May we got one more, which is the acoustic version. I actually really like this. I always tend to like an acoustic version. It still doesn't make me like love the song, but it is a really fun version that also went straight to my playlist. Then next we have How Far Will We Take It by Orville, Peck, and Noah Cyrus. Orville Peck released an album this month, and this is a song that Noah Cyrus is featured on, which is why I checked it out. I don't know, I didn't really like this one. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it just did not it just absolutely did nothing for me. I did like Orville Peck's and Noah Cyrus's voices together though, so maybe they'll collab on something else in the future, but this one just, I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. Another collab that didn't really work for me is, I don't even know how to say it, but I'm gonna say it's $$, like it's $3 by Gunna featuring Normani. Gunna released his album, Normani was featured on it. I don't really like this. Last month we got a first single for Normani's album, which is 159, this song, which also featured Gunna, and I really like that, but this one just really was not my thing. Then next we have Fake News by Francisco. Francisco Schuster is a Flemish actor and singer, and I really enjoyed his previous 2 singles that he has released, so I was really excited for this one, and it's another banger. It's such a fun song, and it's really another one that you can really dance to, just like Leigh-Anne was, her first single. Then we finally have the news that Joshua Bassett is gonna release an album. Finally, it will be called The Golden Years and will be released in July. But alongside this news, we also got The Golden Years as a single. I really like this. It's very fun, very summery. It's not one of my favorite Joshua Bassett songs, but it is very aligned with like his sound and just in general. So if you like his stuff, you'll definitely also like this song. Then next year, Papa Was a Rolling Stone by Slash featuring Lovato. This is a cover, and I did not care about it. Then next we have Time by Childish, Gambino and featuring Ariana Grande. And this one, I kind of don't really know what to talk about because apparently it came out a couple of years ago. I just never heard about it, and then it was re-released in May, and again I didn't really hear about it until I saw it like in New Music Friday on Spotify. It was like, what is this? So I still don't know what it is. I found no further information on it. All I know is that the production on this song just absolutely did not work for me. Like, it sounded so irritating and annoying to me. I couldn't. I don't think I even finished this song because I don't know, it just was not my thing. Then we got 3 remixes of Honey by Troye Sivan. They were Mura and Masa remixes, and then we also got a single version of Honey. And I didn't really like any of the remixes. We have the Chill remix, the Euphoria remix, and the Wonder remix. And I do have to say that the Wonder remix was my favorite out of the 3, just because it kind of felt a bit more grand than the other remixes. But overall, I don't know, I was not a fan of them. Remixes typically are not really my thing, but like these definitely didn't work. I did really like the single version though. I don't remember the album version of the song, so I don't remember how much different it is from the original, but it is a very fun song. And after those remixes, which felt a little bit lifeless to me, like I had so much fun listening to the single version. Then we also have Ocean Song by Dinah Chain. This also has been a while since we've gotten a solo Dinah song, so I was very excited for this release. She has also claimed that this is the start of a new era, so hopefully that will mean like an EP or like an album coming out soon, especially because I really like this song. I think it's very fun, it's very summery, it's pure summer vibes, which I really enjoy. Dinah also said that with this song she wanted to get back to her roots, which I can definitely hear in it as well. And yeah, it felt very refreshing within Dinah's discography. And we got a whole lot of different versions of Espresso with Sabrina Carpenter, so let me just quickly go through them. We have the double shot version, which is a spatter version. I really like this. I think like spatter versions are nothing special, but I always add them to my playlist, and when I put it on shuffle and it comes up, I always have so much fun. I have a little giggle, and yeah, therefore I really like this one. Then we also have a decap version, which is a slowed down version, and that I didn't like. I don't know, slowed down versions I don't really understand at all. I just feel like it makes the song more boring. Then we also have the acapella version, which is an acapella version, obviously, and I really love this one actually. I feel like lately some of the acapella versions of songs that have been released have been letting me down, but this one I really loved. I think the harmonies in this song are incredible, and this acapella version just showed that off so beautifully, and Sabrina's voice got to shine just tremendously, and I don't know, it felt a bit magical listening to it, honestly. And then we also have the Espresso version, which is a extended version. Why? I still don't understand the point of an extended version. And then we also have two Mark Ronson remixes, a Working Late and a Working Later remix, and I don't know, I didn't like either of them. They were not really my cup of tea. I don't really have anything like to separate to say about them. Then another remix, because apparently this month was also the month of remixes. We have Fortnight, the Blondish remix with Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone, and and this is just not the type of song to get like a club remix, you know. It doesn't work, and I didn't like this at all. I do think it is a little bit fun. It's not like the worst remix Taylor Swift has ever released, because like Taylor Swift remixes almost never work for me. So it's not like the worst one she's ever done, but I don't know, I also didn't like it. Then next we have Think I'm in Love with You, live from the 59th ACM Awards by Stapleton with Dua Lipa. So basically this month the ACM American Country Music Awards, I believe that's what that stands for, were held, and Chris Stapleton performed his song, and Dua Lipa made a surprise appearance. I don't know the song at all, but because it was also released on streaming, I decided to check it out because I love Dua Lipa, and I honestly really like this. I think the country kind of like vibe works really well for Dua's voice. It got to showcase off a different side of her voice than we typically get to hear in like her pop songs, but I really enjoy it. I also think Chris and Dua sound great together. I think it's a really fun song, so there's also that, and I hope that this is just like a teaser towards them like actually releasing a collab together, because I do think that would be a banger. Then, like I mentioned before, ZAYN released his album Woman Under the Stairs this month. He also released a deluxe version called the Z Sides, and I'm here to talk about those songs. He started off with Ignorance in Bliss, which is a demo version of a song that we don't know really. I liked it, but I do feel like it sounded a little bit messy, but I feel like that's because it's a demo version, so it isn't as cleaned up as a finished version would be, but I think it's a fine enough song. Lie To is absolutely stunning. Like, I don't get what this is a deluxe track. This is so much better than like half of the main album. No offense, I like the main album, but like this is so good, so emotional, so vulnerable, and just I nearly cried listening to this one because it just absolutely stunning. Then In the Back is a really fun song. It leans the most country out of all of the ones for Woman Under Stairs, and I really like that sound with Zayn's voice. I think it works really well. And then Gave is not my favorite of these deluxe tracks, but I do still really like it. I don't really have to say about it, a lot to say about it. And then Alienated, the demo version, is also, I don't know, it's very different from the eventually like finished track, but I like it. I still prefer the original, but I do think this is a really fun edition. Then we have L'amour de ma vie, Over Now Extended Edit by Billie Eilish. This one I feel so conflicted on, because there's like this vocal effect on Billie's voice in the song that I absolutely despise. I think it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it, but then I love everything else about this. The next we have another Noah Cyrus feature, My Fault by Shabuzi featuring Noah Cyrus. And this one actually did really like. I think it's very emotional, very vulnerable. The voices also blend together beautifully, and it's a gorgeous song. That's all I gotta say about it. And then we have Zomer Van Liefde by K3, which is their summer single this year. And I don't know, it's different. It's very catchy. By the time of filming this, I've heard this song a couple of times. It's gotten very stuck in my head. It's not one of their better songs, but it is really fun production-wise. It's a bit different, which I also really enjoy. And I don't know, it's very fun, very summery, and very catchy, very, very catchy. And then lastly for today, I have Candy Paint by Normani, which is the second single for her album, which is coming out next month in June. So actually this month already, because we're already in June. But this one was surprise dropped for her birthday, and I really liked it. I don't know, I wasn't obsessed with it. I prefer 159, which we got last month, but it is still a really fun song, and it got me very, very hyped for the album, which is coming in like a week. And yeah, there we are. That's every single song that came out in the month of May. Like I said, it was a lot, so but a lot of them were remixes, so I feel like I got through them very quickly, so this might not be much longer than other ones. But June is already looking like a very exciting month as well, so I'm looking forward to talk to you about the new music then. But in the meantime, definitely stick around as well. There's a lot of fun things going on this channel. And yeah, if you've listened to any of these songs, let me know in the comments what you thought of them, as well as some of your favorites that were released in May. And I guess I'll see you next time. Good.
Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated?